Well, hello there everybody. It's Connor back from This Old Farm. And today on this farm update video, we are not in the field. We're not doing anything with the tractor. We're here with a few stationary things. Now, today is, of course, Saturday, September 11th. Hopefully the video is getting posted on today. And we went and picked up a few things today. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to put this across. We went for one thing. We went to go pick up one singular item. And when we left the place, we left with 3 individual items. And when I turn the camera around here in a moment, you're going to see what those individual items are. So, originally, we went for this. This is a International Harvester. You can see there. I'm going to zoom this out. There we go. That view's so much better. This is an International Harvester 59P chipper shredder, they call it. There's a chute here that guides the stuff down into these knives. There's a bunch of knives on the shredder here. You can see the run. If we go that way, see the one end's been hacked off. It must spin this way. So these are all the knives. They spin, and as you throw wood chip or sticks and stuff in here, it ends up coming in wood chips. Now we're gonna zoom back out. It ends up spitting them out the back here, and you can see a better view of the knives there. So it sits and spins like this. It's basically a box. There's 4 rods with what do I want to say? Knives on them. It spins around like this, and you can chip up little sticks and whatnot. It's still got the guard on it. I've seen on Google there that this guard kind of must go missing, and it has a little Briggs & Stratton engine on it. That kind of seems to be what International Harvester went with for engines on their small items, but this is kind of a sort of not very so common thing. The engine doesn't run. It does have compression. It does pull over. It doesn't retract so well. Well, we'll let it sit there, and we'll toss it over like this, and we'll let it coil itself back in. So it shouldn't take too much to get it running again. And then while we were there, the guy was headed to Albany with this stuff. The Albany, what do they call that? Thresherman's Show or something like that. Let that keep coiling in. And he had this loaded on a trailer. He also had this loaded on a trailer. It is an International Harvester 526 tiller. And if I pull it out of the shed, the serial tag down there actually says 526A. If I can get it out. This also has a Briggs & Stratton engine on it. This one should run. I'm going to sneak in front of it here. I don't want to pull it quite all the way out because it was kind of a bugger to get in here. So sorry for the wobbliness for a moment. He had this on a trailer, and on the trailer with that chipper shredder over there. And he gave me his price that he wanted for it, and I said, sure, why not? So we've got this now. It is a, like I say, 526 International rototiller. It did run. He did use it, he said. I haven't actually tried firing it up here myself. I think it's been a couple years since he used it, he said. So we're going to have to experiment with that possibly next spring in the garden. And then we also, you probably noticed, got this. It is a International 268 snowblower. I'm not sure on the width of it. It, once again, has a Cub Cadet or Briggs & Stratton gasoline engine on it. This one is unknown condition. It does, I shouldn't say it does pull over because we don't know. The recoil on it it's not grabbing the pegs inside. But you can see there that it has a factory electric start. That's why I went with this one. He had 4 others. He kind of gave me a tour of his little bit of his collection, if you want to call it that. Let me zoom out. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Come on. There we go. He gave me a little bit of a tour of his collection, and this was one of the things that he had showed me. He again stated his price that he wanted to get out of his snowblowers, and it seemed very, very reasonable to me. So I went ahead and said, okay, why not? And we picked this up too. So we got 3 things. We got this, the tiller, and the chipper shredder, and we only went for the chipper shredder. But this one will be a little bit of a project. The gas tank needs a good clean out in it. We don't know about the engine, of course. We'll have to sit and play with the recoil. And the drivetrain seems to be okay. It rolls in neutral, so we'll have to see how that kind of goes. I haven't tried playing with the down here at all, so we'll just have to see how things pan out. But it should be a fun little project, this and the chipper shredder, as well as the garden tiller. The garden tiller shouldn't be so much of a project. That should be kind of a ready to go sort of thing. So we'll probably next spring, you guys will get to see a video on this little tiller here going. Hopefully, I hope it will just start up and run, and we can maybe use it to till up a garden. And eventually, someday, we'll get that international snowblower going, as well as this chipper shredder, and we'll of course have video of each and every one of them going. This is kind of I thought was some neat stuff. You know, you don't see, especially these chipper shredders, you don't see these little pieces of International Harvester every once in a while. Usually you see the big parts, like the dump trucks and the tractors. There's one over there behind the baler, and another one there. That's right, Cushing, who's for sale. Check the community tab if you want to buy them. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of neat to see these little things in action every once in a while. I mean, you don't, like I say, you don't see them very often, and just not very many people use them anymore. Not everybody wants to get the newest of the new and go that way. So these are all going to be little winter projects that we'll probably film on the channel. That snowblower especially. The nice thing about him is it's not like we need to depend on him right now. It's not like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that snowblower for this winter sort of thing. We gotta have it. We can have it whenever it's available, because we got other ways of doing it. And this chiller, of course, like I say, it shouldn't be too much of a project. The one thing I want to look at though is, I'll zoom in, and maybe those of you guys who are more knowledgeable on this international stuff can sort of help me with this. When you pull the lever there, so that engages the tines. When you let go, it doesn't have anything that retracts it back. You kind of almost got to go down there with your hand and go boop like that. So I don't know if that's right or not. The reverse one, which is that one there, it kind of retracts itself almost, but not a whole lot. And so I was just, if you know anything about these little garden tillers that were made by International, is that right? Should there be a return spring? I don't really know a whole lot on these things, so I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit and see. But other than for that, that's what I wanted to show you today, was our little bring homes that we got here. I'm excited to see how things turn out with them. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's zoom out the camera again. That one is just too close. I'm excited to see how things pan out, and hopefully we can get to put each one to use here, and that should be pretty fun. But that's about all I got for you guys. That's all we really got. That's all that's kind of going on. Dad's out cutting hay right now. We just went and raked with Marty not too long ago, a small field. And that's all that's happened today. Today's, of course, Saturday. More will happen tomorrow, Sunday. But I wanted to get this out for you guys to be able to see this stuff before I get it put away into the shed here. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you are excited as I am to see this stuff back in operating condition again. Hopefully we can get it there. I'm sure we can. These Briggs & Stratton engines aren't too hard to get figured out. I've worked on two other engines before. I've actually essentially rebuilt one. So we should be able to go through there and get these all sort of taken care of this winter. Maybe not all of them, but get at least one thing running this winter, and get to kind of see how it all pans out. So anyways, I'll quit dragging this video along. Thanks for watching, and hopefully next week we get the Nowthen Threshing Show video out. I know I keep saying in these farm updates, oh, I'll get the Nowthen Threshing Show video put out, and then I never do. So hopefully we get that. Hopefully I'll get that put out here eventually. At some point it'll get put out. I just don't know when. So, but that's all I got for you now. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to y'all next time.